Mike swung over today to get some help with swapping out his damaged fender with a pre-painted replacement one that he got online. Let's look at the mounting points. We have two behind the plastic bumper clip, one by the upper headlight mount, one by the front strut mount, one under the plastic hood cowl, one inside the upper door jamb, this one at the mid door jamb, which is accessed through the wheel well, and this final one on the bottom, which is hidden behind the rocker panel. The first thing Mike had to do was remove his bumper. I'll put a link to that guide in my video description below. He's already unplugged and removed the headlights and is working on the bumper clip. The back screw has been removed, but the clip is still stuck. Success! You can see the tab that was holding it in place. Next, you want to pop out all the screws and clips holding the fender liner in place. Mike got some unwanted help ahead of time with removing his. Once that's off, remove these two bolts. Now we can work on getting the front of the rocker panel off, starting with this screw. Next, we need to remove the first 2 or 3 rocker panel clips. It's a bit cold out, so they broke easily. I'll put a link to new ones in the video description below. If we flip this over, you can see the 2 tabs you want to depress using a trim tool or a pair of flathead screwdrivers. Now we can access the 10mm bolt that was hidden underneath. I'm going to have Mike remove this bolt next, and then this one in here, but you have to get to it from the other side through the wheel well, and, inconveniently, behind the styrofoam. We couldn't get the plastic screw grommet on the bottom of the fender liner off with any of my tools, so Mike is going to work around it to get the styrofoam out. Now let's take a closer look at that plastic grommet. It's a bit mangled. It would be a lot easier to remove if we could get to the other side, but catch-22, the fender is in the way. Now Mike can use an extension to get to this 10mm bolt. You need to remove the wiper cowl to get to this bolt. I'll put a link to that guide in my video description below. We saved these 2 bolts for last. With them removed, we can now pop off the fender. The liner is still attached to the bottom, but now Mike can pop out the stubborn screw grommet from the backside. You can see the tabs that we were trying to press in to get this out. Hopefully you'll have better luck. If not, I'll also include a link to this in the video description. Don't forget to transfer over the fender seal. It's just held in place with 3M molding tape. The test fit looks good. Don't forget to also transfer over the headlight screw grommet. We're going to secure the new fender from the top down, starting with this bolt here, then this one, as well as the one back here. Then we'll do the front 2 bolts next, followed by this one, then the one inside the wheel well. Don't forget to replace the styrofoam afterwards. And finally, the bottommost bolt. After that, reattach the fender liner, something that Mike still needs to buy, and then the rocker panel. My apologies for rushing through the reassembly process, but we were running out of daylight. Everything looks pretty good, except the fender is a bit close to the door. We're going to have to loosen all the top bolts and then push it slightly forward and retighten. That looks much better. This project definitely ran a lot later than expected. Reinstall the headlights, and then follow my wiper cowl and bumper guides to reassemble the rest of the car. I had Mike bring his car back over the following week so I could see what it looked like in the daylight. We may need to get new bumper clips or install quick latches to fix this gap. I have a guide for that as well. Now this wasn't as in-depth as some of my other videos, but I hope it still helps you out if you need to swap out your fender. If you haven't hit subscribe to my channel yet, please do so now, and as always, thank you for watching.